Hi everyone, it's your boy Just a Freak and I'm back with the manga haul for the month of January. And this time around I got two boxes, so one from SciFiFire over here and one from another store called Ian Books. So let's dive into it. First, let's take a look at this one from SciFiFire. Should be containing some of the stuff from a previous order that I was missing. So hopefully everything is here. If you don't know SciFiFire, it's a new store from the UK. It delivers all over Europe and they have pretty good prices, and so far everything was really well packaged. As you can see over here, it's pretty tight, so I can't complain. And besides that, I also have a coupon code for them. So basically, if you use the code JustAFreak, you're gonna get 10% off for your whole basket, and you can use that code multiple times. So how many orders you want to place, it's still usable. So yeah, I've been buying manga from them lately because their prices have been pretty good. But as I always advise you, always check out stores, see if they have the best offer for you and stuff like that. So let me clean this up and let's dive into the manga. So it looks like I also received some bookmarks. For some reason, I'm collecting these things. I have the bookmarks from Book Depository, from Wordery, from a ton of bookshops. And I don't know why, maybe because I'm a hoarder or something like that, I'm collecting this. But yeah, it's always nice to get something like that. And the first volume from this box is Toradora volume 8, and this is the manga, not the light novel. And I'm so happy that I finally was able to get this, because I was missing this for a long time. And this was the only volume that I was missing from the series. It's been out of stock, out of print, for a long time, and now I finally have it up to date. So that's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite anime series, and yeah, I also want to have the manga since I'm a manga collector and all of that stuff. Now for the rest of the volumes from this haul, I got the last 3 omnibuses from Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer. So this is a pretty cool series from the same mangaka that did Spirit Circle. This also got an anime adaptation, but I'm not such a big fan of the actual adaptation. But I read this series a long time ago when it was available on the Crunchyroll manga app, and I really liked it. Not as much as I did Spirit Circle, in my opinion that's way better, but yeah. This is something that was out of print for a long time and they reprinted it. So yeah, another reason for you guys not to pay a ton of money for second-hand manga from scalpers and stuff like that. Just wait for your series to get back in stock. But yeah, glad to finally have it completed into my collection. Let me know if you read it or if you're planning to check out works from this mangaka. Next one is a box from Ian Books. This is also a European bookstore, but I don't think that they deliver in too many countries. They had nice prices for a while. This is an older order that I put out, but yeah. As you can see, I have a ton of manga in there and I can't wait to see if everything is here and what exactly do I have. So let me clean this up and let's dive into it. So first I have Demons of the Shadow Realm. I don't know too much about this one, but I know that it's from the same mangaka that did Full Metal Alchemist, so normally I was interested. Full Metal Alchemist was a great series, so I'm having some high hopes for this one as well. Let me know if you tried it yet and if you're planning to stick with it. Next from this box I got the last 2 volumes that I was missing from The Girl from the Other Side. This is a really great story by Nagabe. It has some really unique and beautiful art, more focused on the contrast of black and white. And yeah, I was missing these 2 volumes for a while now, and finally I have the whole series complete. Recently I restarted this series and I'm reading it, So yeah, now I can actually finish it. If you're planning to collect this series anyway, and you don't have any single volumes at the moment, a deluxe edition is coming out, and in my opinion that would be a way better way of having this series into your collection. For me it's a little bit too late. I don't think I'm gonna double dip on anything because money is tight, but yeah, if it was up to me I would get that edition. The next one from this haul is the first volume from Yokohama Station, Sci-Fi. This is a series that I think it's actually an adaptation of a light novel. It's gonna be only a 3-volume series, and I'm pretty interested about it because I saw it on my feed for a while now, since it was released as a light novel. I think the light novel only has 2 volumes in it. So this is a sci-fi story in a world where Yokohama Station was developing, and while being under construction, this station started to evolve on its own and started to self-construct, and it got to a point where it reached 90-something% of the mainland of Japan. So yeah, it kind of reminds me a bit of the universes from Tsutomu Nihei, so I'm pretty excited for this one. Let me know if you tried it. I saw some people in other hauls that are excited about this one, so hopefully I like it as well. But if you know anything about this one without giving spoiler, please let me know down below and let's start the discussion. Next one is volume 14 from Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nanakoru, and this is a lovely series. I always read these volumes right away after I unbox them, and I really like it. It's a really nice rom-com with this girl Nanakoru here, who's the bully of a boy, but it's not the bad kind of bullying, it's more of the teasing when you're actually liking a person and something like that. So far it has been a blast, and I'm always happy to pick up more volumes from this one. Next one, I got another volume from Overlord, and this is volume 17, and in I think my previous haul I got a ton of volumes from this one, so now I should have, I think, until volume 17 or something like that. So yeah, pretty far into the series. I read only a couple of volumes from this one, and what I read so far I liked it. I know that there's also a light novel release for this one, so if you're more into that kind of stuff, you can try the light novels. But for me personally, I'm a manga guy. I like the pretty pictures. Next one is a 1-volume series, a one-shot, and this is Grazer, and it's basically a mystery drama series. So yeah, it got me interested. I don't know too much about it, but I always like to try volumes like this that are short, and they can either offer a really nice experience, or if they suck, at least I don't have to get a whole series out of 20 volumes or something like that to find out. So yeah, if you know more about this one, please let me know down below. Another volume from this haul, it's Deadpool Samurai. This is volume 2 and is the last volume from this really short series, and it's part of a crossover between the comics universe, the Marvel Comics universe, and the manga universe. And from what I saw, there's more out of this crossover available online and printed out by Viz. I also saw some crossovers with the Joker and with Batman, those being from the DC universe. I'm a really big fan of the Batman universe, so most probably I'm gonna pick those up as well. But yeah, Deadpool is pretty cool. It's a really cool anti-hero, and I'm curious to see what a mangaka did with this character. So yeah, now I have both of them and I can just dive into it. The next volume from this box was PTSD Radio, and this is volume 3. It's an omnibus volume, and sadly this is the last one that we're gonna get. Maybe forever, maybe just for a while. I know that this series has been in hiatus forever, for a longer time than I've been collecting manga, and I think I have 7 years already or something like that. But yeah, it's a horror series. It's really interesting in the way that it was written, because every chapter is 1, 2, 3, 4 pages long, It's really short and it kind of jumps from one story to another, so you get the feeling, and I think maybe that's why it has this name. You kind of get the feeling of you tuning into your radio in your car or something like that, when you're trying to find out to get to a specific song that you like. So basically each chapter is really short, and from time to time you get back to the same story from an older chapter or something like that, and all of them tie into together in a beautiful, pretty freaky story. So yeah, really like this one, can't wait to read it, and it's a shame that we won't get more, but I'm still happy to be able to have what was made so far. So yeah, glad to have this one. Next one is Boys Abis, and this is volume 1, and I read Boys Abis a while ago, 1 or 2 years ago, when it was creating a big fuss over the internet, and I can say that I really love this one. It's so freaking great, and I was so happy to see that Viz decided to put it out in print, and now I have volume 1, volume 2. I'm gonna order everything from it whenever it comes available, and yeah, I can't wait to reread it. I think I'm gonna start rereading it even before everything comes out again, because I really like this one. It's a psychological, mature story, and yeah, you're gonna be in for a surprise with this one. Next I have Heavenly Delusion volume 5, and this is something printed out by Dempa. I really like Dempa, and I really like the series that they're putting out, and they all come in a really nice format with French flaps, pretty good quality paper, and so on. At a steeper price, of course, since they are a smaller company, but they deliver quality. And Heavenly Delusion was a freaking blast. So it really was a freaking blast so far. It's a crazy story, a crazy sci-fi story with action, with weird things and all of that stuff. So yeah, I'm always happy to pick up new volumes from this series. Let me know if you tried it, or if you saw the anime that's coming out. But yeah, Heavenly Delusion volume 5, really glad to have a new volume from this one into my collection. Now the next one is Nanakoru, and this is Omnibus volume 2. This is a 3-in-1, and this is put out by Faku. So glad to have a new Faku release into my collection. I gotta say that this is not hentai. Even if it's released by Faku, this is not hentai, but it has a sexual theme in it. It's more about sadomasochism and all of that stuff, but it's really pretty interesting, and it's basically a romance story. So yeah, this one is pretty cool. I read what I have so far from it, and I'm really happy to have this one into my collection and for it to be printed out. And let me say, Faku has some really cool releases, really cool releases. So high quality paper and all of that stuff. But yeah, it's a cool series. It's one that Mix, if you still remember him, he had a manga channel, was reading, and he enjoyed it as well. And that's how I remembered about this series. And when I saw it announced, I knew that I had to get it. But yeah, always happy to get more volumes from this one. Next, I got some manhwa, and this is volume 5 from The Breaker. And this is an action martial arts series. Haven't started it yet, but I think that this one should be the last volume from the series. I'm just gonna try to show you 2 pages or something like that, because I don't want to spoil things, but I just want to give you an impression on how the art really looks like. As you saw, it's pretty amazing. It's really well drawn. It's not in color like other manhwas, but yeah, glad to have this one. I always knew about this one since I started collecting manga. It was always ranked up high on Mal and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to actually read it now. And the last one from this haul is Tower of the God. This is another webtoon comic, a manhwa, and this one is being released in two formats. So one being this hardcover that you see over here, and the other one being a paperback. Of course, if I can choose, I'll always choose the hardcover. Now, regarding its quality, it's good. I'm not complaining, but usually with webcomics we tend to get better paper quality. I mean, we tend to get that glossy comic book style of paper. With this we don't, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, Tower of God is a really great series. It also received an anime adaptation by Crunchyroll. I think they actually produced it. I think season 2 it's about to come out pretty soon, or already did. I don't think so, but yeah, I think it's about to come out pretty soon. I found out about this series by watching the anime, and I freaking loved it. After that I read it online since it's a webtoon, and now I'm glad to be able to actually collect it. But yeah, pretty glad about this one as well. So this is it for the month of January. This is everything that I got. It's around 20-30 volumes, 20 something volumes. And yeah, it's not as big as my other haul, but I think that I got a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of quality series, and I'm really glad of my pickups. Let me know if you like my pickups or what you think about them down below in the comments. And yeah, please consider leaving a like, it helps the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you're into this kind of stuff. And by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm trying to run a short series on YouTube where I basically announce what is coming up in every month in terms of manga volumes. If you want to stay up to date with new releases, that's a really, I don't know, cool, nice way to get into it. Basically, you just watch a really short video and you'll find out what's coming up next. I started that because I kind of was missing something like that for myself. Hopefully it helps some of you guys as well. But yeah, thanks a lot for being here. If you're buying manga, also check out SciFiFire, maybe by using my code JustAFreak when you check out. Maybe you'll get some really good prices, hopefully. And yeah, this was it. I hope that you had fun, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. And until then, go read your manga. Bye bye.